Hey viewers and friends, Andrew back again, and welcome to another DVD update. Not a large update, but I've got enough titles to do another update for you guys. These are mostly horror except for one title which I'll show off first. And the non-horror title, or titles, is the Mighty Ducks Trilogy. This is a 3-disc DVD set. I love these movies. I grew up on them in the 90s and I think they are just fun. They're some great sort of Disney sports movies back when Disney were releasing a lot of these sports films, and yeah, what can I say about the Mighty Ducks Trilogy? You probably have all seen these movies before, you know what they're all about. Pretty surprised that I have never owned these on DVD up until now, and I've sort of been holding off for a Blu-ray release, which never really seems to be happening. I definitely think these movies do deserve a Blu-ray release, but I couldn't wait any longer, so I went ahead and picked up the DVD set of the 3 films. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the set. 3 separate discs, and the discs all have some artwork. So that is good. It's been years since I've seen these films, so definitely glad to finally add these to the collection so I can get around to rewatching them. Alright, let's move on to some horror titles now. Bit of a mixed bag here, but first up we have the Blue Underground DVD of Rat's Night of Terror. Been wanting this one for a while. The premise sounded cool. It's basically set in a post-apocalyptic world, and it's about a group of bikers, a gang of bikers who come across a desolated town, and they basically get killed by a bunch of rats. Unfortunately, I thought this one was absolutely terrible. It was boring, not a lot really happened throughout the entire film. So yeah, this was pretty disappointing. I thought they could have done a hell of a lot more with the post-apocalyptic setting than they did, but yeah, unfortunately I didn't care for this one at all. So that is Rat's Night of Terror. Next up we have Adam Chapman, and this is a film that I've been wanting for quite some time now. This has been getting quite a bit of hype here on YouTube for probably about a year now, and I finally got around to picking it up. Sadly, I didn't really think much of this movie at all. It was alright. I didn't really like the sort of cartoony, comical approach to this movie. I was expecting something a little bit more serious, and I was wanting something more serious, and I think the movie would have been better if it was slightly more serious. Yes, it was extremely gory. Did I like the gore effects? Not really. I've seen a lot better. I'm not a massive fan of the over-the-top Japanesey style gore effects, and this movie had the similar style gore effects as that, which yeah, I'm not a massive fan of. So yeah, I mean, it was alright, it wasn't terrible, but I certainly didn't think it was anything great. And yeah, that's really all I have to say for Adam Chapman. If you're curious about the movie, I would say give it a go. See what you think of it for yourself, as you always should do with movies, obviously. But yeah, I'll be hanging on to it. I might give it another rewatch at some point now that I know what to expect of this film. I will say though, it is good to see Australia getting releases of movies like this, you know, the sort of non-mainstream stuff. So yeah, that's Adam Chapman. Next up we have Tas City, and this was made by the same people that did Adam Chapman, and I thought this was a hell of a lot better than Adam Chapman, especially on the gore department. The gore department or the gore effects had a more practical approach to them, and they just looked absolutely fantastic. This one, it wasn't really a serious film either. It's a sci-fi splatter film set in a sort of futuristic world where it's run by its own government, and they send out these sound waves to basically kill off the criminals. So they pretty much try and live in a criminalless, like a non-criminal society basically. So these sound waves affect the criminals and they end up committing suicide. They kill themselves in extremely gory ways. And these sort of police bikers go around, collect the bodies, and the bodies, they get tuned up into meat for the fast food restaurants. So pretty wacky and out there storyline, certainly nothing to take seriously, but I enjoyed this one a lot. So I definitely recommend it, and as I said, the gore effects were awesome. So that is Tas City. Next up we have Alice, or also known as Alice Kills in the US. I've been wanting to check this one out for a while. Quite recently on YouTube I've seen quite a few people mention this movie and say how good it is, and I've got to agree. I thought this movie was awesome, extremely well done, and the character of Alice was fantastic. Awesome portrayal of a character within this movie with Alice. Basically this one is about Alice, who's the main character within the film. She accidentally pushes her friend off a high-rise rooftop. She thinks she's killed the friend, but really she hasn't. And basically for the rest of the movie she goes into massive downward spiral in her life. She turns to alcohol, drugs and sex. And it doesn't end there. She turns to killing by the movie's end. I just thought it was so well done though. There was some absolutely awesome gore scenes towards the end of the film which were extremely well done, and I absolutely loved the ending. The ending just really proved how insane Alice's mind became. So yeah, definitely recommend Alice, or Alice Kills as it's known in the US. This one was fantastic. And the last movie for the update is 976 Evil, directed by Robert Englund. I'm sure most of you have probably seen this, or you at least know about the movie. This has been on my wish list for probably close to 2 years now, so finally got around to picking up a copy. And yeah, I really enjoyed this one a lot. It had a fantastic 80s vibe to it. I really sort of enjoyed the storyline of the whole sort of horoscope phone line, turning the character into a killer basically. There were some fantastic special effects throughout, and as I said, it had a real 80s vibe to it. So yeah, if you've never seen 976 Evil before and you're a fan of 80s horror, I definitely recommend it. This was really good. So yeah, 976 Evil. Alright guys, so that has been my DVD update. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you've seen any of these movies, definitely comment below, let me know what you think of them, and thanks a lot for watching.